Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. Spoopy season is upon us, so today we are making Curried Favor of the Old Ones, or a chicken and sweet potato curry, whichever way you want to go. Now first, you want to bring forth a lesser ceremonial bowl, and in it combine turmeric powder, coriander, essential salts, smoked optional, sugar, and curry cane's sweet gift, also known as a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of sweet curry powder. Next, prostrate the foul offering into the great vessel of prolonged fever, being sure first to anoint the vessel with the yellow rod obtained from the land of the lakes. Or in simple terms, grease the inside of your slow cooker with a bit of butter before placing your chicken inside. This will help the chicken to not stick to the inside and help prevent sticking and burning on the bottom. Now I am using garlic butter for this, just as a little bit of extra flavour, because the recipe does call for using garlic, but I thought if I use garlic butter, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So next, lay in your chicken. Now I am using chicken breast. Now it does want a full 2 pounds, which is roughly a kilogram of chicken breast. And for me and Charlotte, I didn't really want to spend £10 on a kilogram of chicken, because chicken got expensive. Pour within the milk of the coconut. And 3/4 cup of water. Making sure to raise up the chicken so it does not scorch. Simply pour in 2 cans of coconut milk and raise up your chicken so it does not stick to the bottom or get scorched when you turn the slow cooker on. Into this, add a small measure of the yellow rod, garlic, and the contents of your lesser sacrificial bowl. Once again, simply add in 2 tablespoons of butter, your garlic if you're using garlic separately, and the rest of your spices. Then you want to give that a good mix to combine, if it will. I have a feeling it's not all going to fully mix in nicely, but that is what slow cooking is for anyway. Trying not to scrape too much of the butter off the side as we're mixing as well. And Crosby the Egyptian will join the other cubed and many skinned elements. Labor again to combine. Or, super simply, dice up onion, 3 sweet potatoes, and 3 pickled beetroot, then add to the pot to combine. Now, if you don't like beetroot, I'm fairly sure, not making this recipe before, the beetroot's mostly in there for the colouring to turn that red. Now, I can't say for sure, it might add a lot of flavour. Charlotte's not a big fan of beetroot, so I'm hoping slow cooking it's going to break it down quite considerably. And as I say, I think it's mostly there for a flavoured element, because pickled beetroot tends to be cooked anyway, because it's pickled, whereas normal beetroots take a long time to cook. You want to just roughly cube these. We don't want too small pieces, set around about 1-inch cubes. Now, it doesn't say anything about peeling the sweet potatoes, and if you know anything about me, you've been here long enough, I do like to keep the skin on as many vegetables as possible, because that's where a lot of the nutrients are. Now we have our sweet potatoes. These are relatively small, so I'm just going to quarter them and then dice. Now I am adding in 4 sweet potatoes, because personally, I really like sweet potatoes. Very underrated in my opinion. Now for the beetroot, now I'm trying very hard not to accidentally splash any colour on this book. As I say, I'm pretty sure these are just going to be colour only. But I do like a little bit of pickled beetroot. It's not as shockingly blood red as I was expecting. It's got a lovely pink colour, to be fair. Which, to be fair, matches my bowls. So, yeah, there is that. Try and get a roughly even colour, but the butter is melting into it now. Which, to be fair, is what we want anyway. Next, cover the vessel and bank the fires low for 1/3 of a day, or high for 1/4 of the day. Patience will be rewarded. The foul shapes should be tender when pierced. In this way, you know it will be done. And place the finished thing on a bed of jasmine rice. Together they shall be consumed to nourish the names unspeakable and their faithful. Or simply, cook it on low for 8 hours, cook it on high for 6 hours. You'll know it's done when the chicken is nice and tender and breaks apart, which once again is why you don't want to add the chopped chicken, you want to add the whole chicken, that way it all cooks together and you can break it up later just before serving. Once cooked, shred the meat of the bird most fat. Once again, simply stir it and break up the chicken till you get some nice shredded chicken in there. Now, the redness of the beetroot has faded quite considerably and just generic curry colour has taken over. I was kind of hoping for a bit more of a red base. But I suppose if you really wanted to go the extra mile this Halloween, you could just put a bit of red food colouring in there. But yeah, the chicken is literally just so tender it's shredding apart. Now I don't want to break this up too much, but I do want to get rid of any massive chunks of chicken. Now I couldn't get hold of jasmine rice, I tried, so I just went for egg fried rice, close enough, am I right? I think we'll just get some of that sauce in there. Now I have just left the slow cooker on warm. And I have just thrown a load of egg fried rice all over the floor. Man, I cannot hands today. Now I have tried this a little bit earlier as well, just as it was cooking. Now, the sweet potato is very, very soft and tender, and the beetroot still has quite a firm bite to it. But that is absolutely fine. Get a bit more. There we go. A little bit much, but what are you going to do? I guess enjoy it, really. So yeah, that was Curried Favor of the Old Ones. Now, if you did enjoy this recipe, it was very fun to make. It is from my spooky book, which, since I've got the Necronomicon, this is actually the first year I've actually been able to use it without something coming up in October. So, anyway, as always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you are indeed new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content. And I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.